is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the podcast.
Special edition.
Tommy, what have you got?
Special edition.
Well, just tell us what bit you've got.
Have you got a favourite part of this show that you think we should look back on?
This might give you a clue, guys. What is your favourite dish? When Demi Lovato was asked that, she gave an amazing response.
What did she say?
Well, you
what
already...
was that? No, what was it?
I can't say. You're going to hear it in the podcast. But it's one of my favourite moments is when he looked back on the amazing moments in pop culture that we might have forgotten about. But what is your favourite dish?
You.
That's so awkward.
How do you think that went?
Yeah.
Seafood linguine.
Sorry.
Glass of water.
Start podcasting now.
We like pop culture, don't we, guys?
Love it, man.
Love it.
Live for it.
And we're on Nova, so we talk about pop culture every single day on the show. But there was a woman, and she goes, well, her Twitter handle is pop culture, and over the weekend she put up a thread of unbelievable pop culture moments that people won't even remember, and she cannot believe that these happened. And I would love to go through a few of them with you today.
I'd love to hear them. I like the one you started with.
Yeah, I'll do Charlie XCX in a second, but Tommy, do you want a Kendall Jenner one?
Oh, here we go.
This
Yes,
is for you,
please.
Tom.
Thank you.
Kendall Jenner on Twitter wrote, "If Rihanna doesn't perform Complicated tomorrow, I'm going to be very upset. Hashtag favourite song." Rihanna replied with, "Well, don't come."
Well done, Rihanna.
And Rihanna can.
That's good.
I don't know what year it was, but this is the VMAs. Have a listen to this. So Shakira rocks up on the red carpet, has no idea that Pink has arrived in the exact same dress, Kate. And then an interviewer informs Shakira of what's just happened.
I'm sure you saw that Pink just walked in with the same dress as you.
No way.
Yes!
Get out of here. No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
that's not possible.
It is. It's wait,
Really?
ready?
No
Come here,
way.
look right there.
Oh my
The
God.
Oh, so she then went on to say that I was told by the designer that there's only one of these dresses that's that rare. Great Pink rocks up in the same
How does that actually happen?
Great stitch up by the designer.
Oh, especially of that level. Exactly. Well, everyone's talking about that
Everyone's
dress.
talking about it.
Early on in Charlie XCX's career, she was interviewed by a woman who thought she was Lord. And the best thing about Charlie, she went along with it.
I have to say that I love your music. One of my favorite songs that you have is Royals. Where did you get the inspiration for that?
Royals came from, just me looking at, how I'm from New Zealand, from, a small town.
Awesome.
Oh, good on her.
Well
With an
played.
English accent, how I'm from New Zealand.
That is brilliant.
Dua Lipa, she went on Jimmy Kimmel and she had to do a segment called Hua Lipa. And she asked an old lady, "Can you please say this for me?" Have a listen to the woman's response.
Do you think you could look straight into the webcam and say Dua Lipa is the greatest pop star in history for me, please?
I would never say that.
Shut her down.
Didn't know
This
she
one-
was chatting to Dua, I'm guessing.
This one blew my mind. Demi Lovato went on a reality show in a haunted house
Sounds like fun.
and decided to sing for the ghosts. And then have a listen to the reaction at the end.
I will be rising from the ground like a skyscraper.
We picked up a ghost. We got a reading on this machine.
This is crazy. And then this is my favourite of all time. Demi Lovato, we'll finish on her. She was a signature dish. She was asked what her favourite is. Have a listen to this.
And your favorite dish?
My favorite dish, I like mugs because they're very comfortable in your hand and they hold the hot things that you don't have to touch. So, coffee or hot tea.
just awesome.
She wasn't even.
She wasn't joking.
Unbelievable
She
pop culture moments from the last 20 years for everybody.
Well played.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Tim here, and I have another moment
Hey,
of...
Timmy.
Hey, how you going?
Don't do that. Don't you get involved in the Tim Tom stuff, because when
Well
you just
said.
said my name's Tim,
Well, he doesn't
Tim
know
here, I
anymore.
just looked at you and actually felt confused about what your name really was.
You're absolutely right. Thank you, Tommy.
Is that what we're talking about? Your favourite bit to look back on is trying to work out what your actual name is, Thumper.
Oh, it's Mr. Thumper to you.
Thump Dog.
What? And I have a favourite moment from the podcast
I bet you
of
do.
recent times.
You
Do you
filthy animal.
really?
Yes. The lies that you guys told your kids. You absolute dogs.
When you told your kids
That you had a favourite
that
part
you
on
were
the
a
show.
man.
Yeah, that I was a man. That's good. I am a man.
Of distinction.
Yes. So have a listen now to that funny moment.
Is lying to your kids okay?
I haven't found a problem with it.
Do you know what? It's one of the joys of being a parent, I think.
Are you questioning whether it's lazy parenting?
I don't think it's lazy at all.
Because you do it because you just want them to do something.
Yeah. And I think it can be a bit of fun. And I think in a world of parenting, when it's just you and you've got 3 kids in the car and you want them to do something, I mean, just having a little bit of a chuckle to yourself that you've got them, fooled into doing something because of a little lie. I don't think it's such a bad thing. This story's quite funny though, because I've never heard this one before.
Right, here we go.
The old thing I do with May, of course, is when you go to the counter and she's like crying in kids stuff or something because she wants something, she doesn't believe this anymore. I go up to the counter and I stare the woman in the eye and I say, we'd really like to get this, but it's sold out, isn't it? And then she
knows.
if she has half a brain, she'll nod back at me. There are sometimes the young ones who look at you and go, no, we've got 7 out the back.
Okay, well, you're not talking parent language, are
No,
you?
you're not. Wait till you get kids. But this one is a brand newie.
Okay.
This woman, she's come up against a bit of criticism online because what she tells her young child, who I think is in like kindergarten, so the first year, isn't really liking school, doesn't want to go to school. So her little lie to her son, Johnny, is that if he's really good during the week, now, darling, if you go on Monday and Tuesday and then you back it up Wednesday and you go the last 2 days of the week... Oh, no, she wouldn't say that. She'd say Thursday and Friday, I will give you 2 days off. You can stay home for 2 days on Saturday and Sunday.
It's not bad.
So she's making out as though school is actually a 7-day week, but if he's a good boy and he behaves,
that's clever.
he gets to have 2 days off at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
Until he finds out from his mates at school that everyone's getting 2 days off.
But maybe they're just good kids too.
Yeah, and they're able to have the weekend
parents,
off too.
Yeah.
Do you know, there's a couple web room running at the moment. I do a lot of, hey boys, if you don't behave, you'll go straight into the bin and then you'll be dragged out on a Wednesday night and you'll sleep on the footpath until the truck picks you up. But the one we've been using a lot
I
is...
can I just say,
You go
and I know it's
extremes
harsh,
too.
I do go extreme.
Yeah, you got
and
it.
it's because it's the way I was brought up. But I'll say things like, if my daughter won't, please don't dog me into someone. If she doesn't get up and do something or whatever, I'll say, you know what? If you don't get up and do that now, I might just have to cut your legs off and throw them out because it doesn't seem as though you need them anymore.
Oh,
Love it.
That's quite extreme. There's the humorous side of things, though, as well, because I remember we had a Halloran Hill near us, and every time we drove past it, there was part of this little hill, Kate, had a big chunk out of the hill, and Dad sucked me in till I was about 13, 14, and he would say to me, there it is, Broken Hill.
Oh.
There it is, it's broken. See how it's broken? And I always thought, Kate, that we would drive past Broken Hill. And the other one as well, Whip, I've told you about, is that we had this water slide park down the road from us called Splashdown. It had the Orbiter and the Screamer, only 2 water slides. And Dad, for years, had us convinced, Kate, that it was Magic Mountain. So I would go to school on a Monday and go, yeah, we went to Magic Mountain again on the weekend. And kids were going, how do you get up to the Gold Coast?
And they're
every
like, no, but you
weekend?"
can't tell your kids jokes that they're going to go to school and say, and then they'll be made fun of because Fitzy or Rhino or whatever they called you at school.
Sarah, what lie do you use for your kids?
I used to tell them that there were rats on the M at McDonald's as we drove past. So I'd be like, "Oh my God, did you see the rats? They're going into the kitchen."
That's great. That's great.
What did your mum go with them?
She tries to keep the kids out of like certain places in the house. So say the shed, for instance.
Yeah.
So it's dark in there. They don't know. She tells them that there's a monster in there called Harry.
Yeah.
And she even goes onto Google after they ask what Harry looks like to find said photos of Harry. And she just pulls up something really random and scary and tells the kids that that's Harry. And if they go in there, he's going to get them.
You can't, but that's okay until they won't go to sleep, and then it backfires.
And the other popular one too, which you hear, is when when parents tell kids that when you hear Mr. Whippy playing Greensleeves, that means they've run out of ice cream.
Yeah, I know, that's a classic.
That's a classic,
oh, God,
guys.
it's so fun being a parent.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.